Welcome, race fans, to Nerd TV. This is the Full Throttle Sim Racing Series. This is Jeremy Stanley coming at you, and then to my right, we have Mr. Kenny Bishop, who's called the shots with me almost every race this season. How's it going over there?
Well, what is up, my nerd? It's great to be back up in the booth with you here at Richmond. I'm excited to get this race underway.
This nerd is doing quite well himself over here in short track season. 3 straight weeks of short track beating and banging, and we're going to start it off with the intermediate of the 3, Richmond, which is 3/4 of a mile long, and this track is tough, especially with old tires on the exit of turn number 4.
Yeah, I've been watching practice for about the last 30 to 40 minutes, and yeah, believe it or not, I mean, also coming off of 2's been loose, and that's where a lot of people have been getting loose here in practice is off of 2. I've seen a couple off of 4 as well, but it looks like 2's been the troublesome spot so far.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. The trucks are definitely real light in the rear end there, so when you come off, it's a really flat exit on turn number 2 as well, so it does kind of present some issues with throttle control. But this is the Martin Sports pre-race show, and I know we mentioned it on Monday before the guys took the green flag at Circuit of Americas, but this is the truck series, so we might have a different set of followers following us on Wednesdays. And last week we were not in the booth for technical difficulties, so once again I would just like to reach out and say that we apologize about nerditudes, and we got some action, bonus action, going to be coming your way to make up for it, so stay tuned on that. So yeah, these guys are looking pretty fast, Ken. They got 25, 26 trucks right now that's taking time. We got one new person, Mr. Thomas Ridgway, ran that old number 3. He's finally getting some lap times in. He just joined the server not too long ago, so kind of cool to see a new face here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be, we got like 29, I think there's 30 that's going to be in here total right now. So everyone gets up and gets going. We're going to have about a 30 truck field, so that'll be pretty nice. But yeah, nice to see some people coming on as well. Thomas Ridgway, see what he's going to do, if he's going to be up towards the front. Looking at his truck now, he's got Bubba Man 33 on the side, so it must be his nickname that he goes by. So, we'll add that to the nickname list.
Right, for real. And I also want to give a quick shout out to that truck race last week at Circuit of Americas. It looks like Stephen Allen had won the race. You weren't there to interview him, obviously, so I'd like to extend my hand out, congratulate the top 3, Stephen Allen, Jonathan Varanauskas, and Richie Coy for just putting on a good show. Looks like those 3 within 2 seconds of each other, which if you watched the race on Monday, it wasn't the case so much. So to have the top 3 running within 2 seconds at a road course like Circuit of Americas, that's a pretty good race there for the top spot.
Yeah, I wish we could have been there to watch it and see what happened and see how it unfolded. Looked like it would have been a good battle. And for those out there watching, Stephen Allen goes by Wayne Allen here at the racetrack. So if you see Wayne Allen, that was last week's winner in that 14 truck. So he had a good showing. I think he was 3rd on Monday as well. So he ended up having a 1st and a 3rd, 2 podium finishes there at Coda. So not bad for Mr. Wayne Allen.
Yeah, he's a man of few words, and from what we got from him, it looks like he enjoys the road courses, finishing 1st and 3rd. You can't deny the stats there. That I've heard people say, I hate this track, and then they win the thing. So, there's that as well. But he's going to take another stab at it tonight. He's sitting roughly around 14th, 15th or so in the standings right now, just about 2/10 off your practice leader, Bobby Terrell. It's glad to see him back up at the front. So, yeah, these guys are looking pretty stout over, I would say, Kenny.
Yeah, Bobby Terrell, he left off where he was last season too. He had a great showing out here, so he's kind of continued on. And looking at the point standings after the truck race, you got Casey McMullen sitting in the points lead over Richie Coy by 14 points, and then Zach McDaniel, who was your points leader just a couple weeks ago, he's dropped down to the 3rd spot in the points. But it's pretty close. You got Richie Coy 14 back, Zach McDaniel 16 back, Nicholas Casey, who's your leading rookie right now, he's 17 back. And then Bobby Terrell sitting at 25 back. So 25 points with those for top 5. So it's a pretty close battle right now.
Yeah, 15 points after that for 6th place, being Christopher. And we got Brandy, head nerd in charge, on the chat. And Kenny, you know what she's saying already. You're already massaging the thing. That stash, though, is
I think I got the comb over here.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
See, So you're doing things to her that you didn't think you could do on air, so you should probably not do that. That'd be the best way to put that. And that comb is shaped as a mustache too, so it's only fitting. It's only for the stash. Yeah, it's a stash on a stash.
Stash comb only.
Yeah, it's it's high quality stuff right there. Presented by Toshiba Nick. Got about 45 seconds left in this practice session, and no one's really moved spots. We see a lot of spin outs, but that's very, very normal. You're going to see that people are trying to find every ounce before they get to the qualifying and race sessions. And as you always know with FTR SR, that these guys don't wreck often.
No,
they don't. They don't.
Not at all.
Like, what are they averaging? Like 1 caution a race, maybe 1.5. Something impressive.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time it's like 2 if it is back to, and they're pretty close. Like I think at Phoenix we had 2 in a row pretty quick, and then nothing. And some of these other ones, they go later on to the run, have a caution, and then another one back to back, and then kind of nothing. So cautions breed cautions, but they're only breeding one end this week. So pretty clean driving, and yeah, you just push the limits. I mean, last night we were racing, and I couldn't complete a wrap at the on the IR04s, and we make the race, and I don't have an issue at all. So just pushing the limits, finding where the fastest line is around the track.
That's what practice is all about. Practice for FTSR, though, is over. So that means we're going qualifying. We're going to wipe our mugs and your stash off that screen. Like Tinder, you're going to swipe right, remove us, and then we're going to get to this list of people we need to thank to allow us to bring you guys Nerd TV coverage every Monday and Wednesday night for the Full Throttle Sim Racing League. First and foremost, the league themselves for allowing us to do this and allowing the drivers to have a really great home for cup racing, truck racing, Xfinity. They do short track stuff on Saturdays. So it's a home to a lot of different series. Been doing this thing for 16 years, and it's just a great home. We got a lot of drivers here that've been here for multiple years. I think I've talked to one driver who's been here basically since the start of this thing in 2006. So please go to ftsr.net, or if you really want to just type out their full URL, it's fullthrottlesimracing.net. Easy to use website. Sign up, talk to the admins, they'll get you hooked up. Just a great group of guys. And then you got the Sim Racing Points, the official sponsor for the Truck Series tonight. That's that Sim Racing Points all-inclusive league points management system. Essentially, it's a software where you export your race results. No matter what you're doing, you upload it to the software, and then just a minute or two, boom, you have it wherever you want it on your website. Customized widgets, full page layouts, you name it, they have it. Really simple. It's probably one of the simplest points management systems on the market for iRacing. So check them out at simracingpoints.com. And then Martin Sports, the home of the sim gloves of all of sim racing, make full customized t-shirts. They also have hoodies, hats, nerd swag. The gloves alone, I don't have you on camera right now. I'll show them on post race for you guys, but 2-hour race session keeps your hands perfectly dry. So if you get sweaty palms like me, it's definitely the product free to use. And it actually increases my lap time, surprisingly. Maybe just because I feel like I'm in the car more when I have these things on. So check all their stuff out, martinsports906.com. Use Super Nerd at checkout. It'll get you 25% off everything in your shopping cart. Then we have iRacing iFlag. It's that 64 light emitting diode LED matrix system. Essentially, it's a little device that goes anywhere on your desk that completes your sim rig, and it brings all the indicators that iRacing throws at you. Throws out all the caution flags, checkered flags, green flag, whatever iRacing needs to tell you, it's going to display it for you in a nice, bright, fashionly manner that you cannot miss. Not subtle at all, unlike the little iRacing flag that they give you. And if you have your spotter turned off, like me sometimes, it's almost a vital piece to your sim rig. So check out their stuff at iRacingIFlag.com. And whatever you put in your shopping cart over there, use code SUPERNERD at checkout for 15% off. And then we have thebuttkicker.com. Nerditude has the home of the Gamer 2 unit. It's the standard in sim racing immersion. Gives sim racers a taptic transducer feedback. And the product gives you that much needed feel from the car that drivers are really needing to perform at peak performance. Basically, your chair or your sim rig becomes a piece of the car itself. When you're going through the corners and bumps, you feel everything. That's the buttkicker.com, and you're going to use checkout code NERDTV for 20% off of anything in your shopping cart over there. And then we got a couple of new sponsors that we just mentioned on Monday for the first time. We have an official energy partner of Nerd Focus. They have the green can, which you see on your screen now. That's going to be your sugar variant. And then the blue one's going to be your sugar-free variant. Both are very tasty, and it kicks your focus into gear, whatever you're doing, whether it be homework or trying to make an endurance 6-hour race. Doesn't matter. It's going to keep you nice and focused for everything ahead of you. And if you use Super Nerd at checkout, 10% off of all the products over on their website. And they have a pretty cool lineup as well as far as merchandise. So, and then we have two setup shops we'd like to promote on the asphalt side on Nerditudes. MoonlightSpeed.com. Moonlight Speed Concepts has almost every asphalt oval setup and some road setups as well. That's going to fit your needs and driving styles, and it's super competitive. They're all over Twitter. You can go to moonlightspeed.com. Really competitive prices to get you up in the top running order, and no matter what asphalt race you're doing. Once again, moonlightspeed.com. And then we also have Dirt Setup Side with the House of Speed. Their website is houseofspeed.us. Essentially everything that Moonlight Speed has to offer, but it's going to be on the dirt side. Super competitive. The cars drive really hard in the dirt, and they stick, and they produce awesome lap times. It's a great community as well. So check them out on Twitter and on houseofspeed.us. All right, Kenny. Looks like the race grid is starting to set up here on the front stretch. If you want to go ahead and run through the starting order for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like we have about 17 drivers to make a lap time today. Starting on the pole, though, is going to be Claude Furwin in that 43 truck. Starting on the outside of him is Bobby Terrell. Third is going to be Sylvain Jolly. Fourth, Chuck Sweeting. Fifth is going to be Zach McDaniel. Sixth, Tony Solari. Seventh is Richie Coy. Eighth is your points leader, Casey McMullen. Ninth is Christopher. And 10th is Mark Dubril.
Mannix Richer, welcome back, man. It's going to be starting in P11. Sherwood Williford going to be starting in 12th. Stephen Vrooman, 13th. Lane Allen, last week's truck winner at Jerkin America, is going to be starting 14th. Gil Gawk, 15th. 16th place, you're going to find Nicholas Casey. 17th place will be Simon Magden. 18th place will be John Adams. Starting in 19th, Wayne Grassy. And to round out the top 20, it's going to be Alex Murphy.
21st is Kevin Rupert. 22nd is Kenneth Schultz. 23rd, Jeff Langston. 24th is Andrew Palicki. 25th is Thomas Ridgway making his debut here with the Full Throttle Sim Racing Truck Series. 26th, Brody Hanna. Nice to see him back on the track. 27th is Brian Bliss. 28th, Brandon Elder. 29th, Steve Loomis. And rounding out the field in 30th is Martin Garreau.
Yeah, it's good to see Brody Hanna back on track. I think he's taken a hiatus from the Cup Series. I do believe so. For whatever reason. So you're going to catch him mainly on Wednesdays, it looks like for the past few weeks anyways. And he's got a lot of work to do, Kenny, starting in that 26th spot. Richmond's not the easiest place to get passes done. There's not much of a high line unless you watch the 2007 day race here. Outside of that, there's just really... You got to pinch the guy on the bottom to get the job done. And with these trucks getting really light on the ass end there, especially off of turn 2, as you saw in practice, it's a tough place to pass.
Yeah, that it is, and they should put for some good racing there. And one thing to mention before we go green is Martin Garreau looks like I was saying that. I hope I'm saying his last name wrong. If not, correct me. But he is in the chat right now. He's rooting on Madgen and Murphy, the 31 and the 46, so cheering on them. But he couldn't make it tonight. Looks like we're going to have 29 drivers take the field, Jeremy.
Yes, sir. They are getting ready to press that go pedal here in the next lap. While we're waiting for that pace cart, yeah, go join us on social media. Go join us on YouTube, whatever your Twitch, YouTube, Facebook gaming. We're there.
Follow us on the Twitter.
Yeah, the Twitter as well. Nerditudes, at Nerditudes. Very simple. You know our names. Nerd TV is just an extension of it. So, join the chat system. If you tap chat in, we're going to shout it out for you as long as we get that feedback. So, feel welcome to be a part of the broadcast, essentially, right?
Join the family.
That's right. Join the family. It's a great place to be, really. Come join us too on Discord. Basically, we're active almost all the time, at least one of us, so we'll be able to talk to you. But pace truck is down. That means we're ready for green flag action here at Richmond. Waiting for the official green flag to come out. Famous flagman ready to go as always. Green flag is underway, and that 43 of Claude Furlan gets a good start here entering turn number 1. We're going to see Bobby on the outside there, going to fall back as he slides up the entrance turn number 1. He's going to bring the 08 next to him with Sylvain Jolly. He's going to take a stab a second.
Yeah, 43 to Claude Furlan got a great start on that. Jumped out real good. Got a couple truck links out there. The 08 there, Sylvain Jolly is making a run on Bobby Terrell, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it. They're kind of just cycling in, but they're 2x2 a little bit rows back there, Jeremy.
Yeah, after the first few trucks, they do start to double up, especially around 3 wide, actually far in the back, I noticed as well, probably like in the 20th place. I think they're still trying to figure it out 3 wide. It looks like they filed back into 2 wide, but they got a huge little pack here, about 19th, 20th, Wayne Grassi. You got 91 Kenneth Scholes, 21 Jeff Langston, and that, my favorite snack, that Oreo. He's just in the wrong manufacturer. That thing was on a Ford. Perfect. They're running pretty dicey here. But up at the front, they've single file, so this is like where the action is early on.
Yeah, and that's the 8-5, I believe, is Gil Gawk there. I believe he was the one that kind of got a little loose there on the bottom when they were 3 wide, and you see him there. Truck looks like he's trying to just kind of get some handling problems going on right now with it, but he's falling in line. I think he's sitting there running in the 18th position right now, so we should see him move up through the field. He started 15th, so yeah, I think he was the one that was 3 wide there and got a little loose sideways, but up through the field still, Claude Furlan still leading the way. Yes, sir. They are single file, as we said, and you got to take care of your stuff here. Even though this is a short track, the really sweeping corners, if you attack these things early, you will lose some grip that you don't already have, especially in that rear end. So take care of your stuff. It'll take care of you. Getting all of 150 laps done here tonight. We're only on lap 6. No need to push anything, except for the guys in the back who want to try to make up some big ground early on. Yeah, and as I'm looking through the field, Jeremy, I don't see anybody really going side by side. Everyone kind of single file. I mean, as I say that, though, you got Christopher diving on the inside of Tony Solari, looking to take that spot, a 7th place position. Looks like he will maintain that as you're going across the start-finish line. Other than that, looks like everyone's kind of single file right now. Yeah, a little bit of battle here with the Brody Hannon at 23, 91 Kenneth Scholes, and the 32 of Andrew Palicki. Very interesting number font and color on that number 32 Ford F-150. As we're on board here with Brody Hannon on his rear side of things, looking directly at the front nose of Kenneth Scholes. Brody Hannon is on a little bit of the charge here. Looks like he has gained 3 spots already since we've dropped the green flag. So it's a tough place to pass, but he's doing it early on. Yeah, he's definitely making some moves. Like I said, we haven't seen him in the Cup Series because from what we hear, he doesn't like those things, even though he won 3 of the first 4. No big deal, but he's back here in the trucks. I think last week he had a good finish. I believe he was top 10. I'd have to go back and look and see. But yeah, he actually finished 9th last week. So, still competing in the trucks there. So it's nice to see Brody on the track now. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him, in top 10, 50, 60 laps or so ahead from now. Yeah, it's not uncommon for these guys. At least some of them. We've seen Matthew do 29th the first. I think someone else has done 30th the first or second. I forget that driver's name in particular, but it's not uncommon. Brody Hanna has done it himself. I think he's gained 15 or 20 spots in one race a few races ago, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So definitely plausible. With 150 laps at a track that's a little more difficult to drive, you just take a few people to make a little slip up, and then you can gain any type of ground on them as possible. But right now, these guys are holding pretty good. Yeah, it looks like Bobby Terrell's gaining some ground here on Claude Furlan, and he's been making a good run as they were on this last lap coming off the 2. He had a good run on the backstretch, as you see, getting right up to that rear bumper. He's kind of pushing on and maybe found a line and found a groove as maybe he can find a way around Claude Furlan here for first. And as he tries to do that, I'm gonna kick it over to the Nerd Enhanced Racing Decibels. We call that Nerd for short, fitting, right? Because we are the nerds. We're gonna bring you all the sounds of the truck in a little bit louder form, so you can get our voices off and
undistracted sounds for the next few minutes in this Sim Racing Points Truck Series. Alright guys, that was Nerd Enhanced Racing Decibels to bring you all the sounds of the trucks at a much louder volume. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little segment. I know we do. We love the sound of any type of motorsport engines. Really powerful stuff. And just really awesome noises overall, especially from these truck series. And not much different here. We see a couple different people making some passes. The lead, though, getting pretty dicey here. We see Bobby just all over the back bumper, the 43. Chuck was temporarily making a charge over Sylvain Jolly, but he's temporarily moved back about 2 truck lengths. Skinny.
Yeah, there's been, as we were doing that Nerd Enhanced Racing there, we had a good battle going on. Like you saw Brody Hanna there on screen. Nicholas Casey, who's your rookie leading points leader right now. He had a little bit of battling going on, and even at the front there, as you're mentioning, Chuck Sweeting was trying to make a move on Sylvain Jolly. At the same time, Bobby Trail is still trying to make his move on Claude Furlan. So not quite, too wide. That's close racing, but there's definitely, they're there. They're letting them know, hey, I'm here. I'm looking on the inside, and one slip up, I'm there. I'm gonna make the move.
Yeah, Claude's just doing an excellent job hugging that bottom. That's all you need to do. If you're gonna run defensive, you just got to run your line, which around Richmond is right up against that inside yellow line. He's doing a really good job on entrance here, and almost gets to the very bottom each and every corner. But Bobby Trail's just got a little bit something on his exit. It looks like he's maybe entering a little bit higher in the corner and then diving it a little bit lower. Temporarily, that's a great solution. Let's see how it holds up long run.
Yeah, and look just right behind them, kind of creeping their way up into this top 5. Richie Coy started 7th, running 5th, right on his inside now. Chris Stouffer, he is going to make that pass for 5th place. He started in 9th, so moved up 4 spots. His truck's a kick in. I think he's going to be starting to make his way up to the front as well and see if he can shake up this top 3.
Yeah, Chris is one of those guys that you don't count him out. He will be there. He just takes him half the race to the full race, but however you need to get it done, whatever fashion, doesn't matter as long as you're there at the end. And looks like the 08 of Sylvain Jolly just kind of lost a little bit of ground there in 1 and 2 over the number 4 Bobby Terrell, and it's brought Chuck Schrating back to his rear bumper.
Yeah, Chuck Swing's been all over him, and he's just again kind of waiting for him to make up one little mistake there, and he'll be there. And the way that we see these guys driving right now, there's no one really kind of dominating over the other one. So if you can get that spot, it's going to be very hard to give it back up unless you make a mistake. As I'm looking back through the field here, Nicholas Casey's making a move it up into the 13th position. Slowly picking some people off. He's looking at Sherwood Wilford to take that spot over. And then as we see here on Nerd TV, we've got a little battle right in front of him, actually.
All right, man, caution is out.
Got a caution, though, on the track. Let's see if we can find where that's coming from.
Caution on the speedway, lap number 27. We're going to try to figure out exactly where that was. Didn't catch our attention immediately. Early on, not really seeing it, Ken.
No, neither am I. I'm looking through, but I'm not catching anything. I'm going to see if I can maybe find a single car spin somewhere.
Haven't seen an iRacing debris caution, but this might be a first for everything. Unless our awesome producer Dustin has something on the track that we didn't see.
I see the replay coming up, so he might have found something that we can't find.
Yeah, he's all trusty. You never know with him.
But as we got, that first caution we see, we go 20. Here we go. Oh, yep. Wow. There goes your truck, the Oreo.
Dustin is the man. Jeff Langston, excellent save. Yeah, absolutely. From that 21 Oreo machine. Just got tagged there in the left rear by the number 31.
Coming down pit road, making some pit
Alex
stops.
Murphy, yep, making some pit stops, getting those tires changed out. Along with everybody else, we're almost 30 laps into this thing. At a short track, you definitely need new tires. Yeah,
it looks like everyone's coming down. I don't see anyone not coming in to take tires, so we're going to have them all here. Let's see. Got them coming first. Got Quad Firm. He's pulling into pit stop. 3, 2, 1 on the dime. He's got that first pit stop, so he's just got to roll out a little bit. But we'll see where they finish off. Your top three was Claude Furlan, Bobby Terrell, and Sylvain Jolly. So let's see where they come out after the pit
look
stop.
At that green cone right in front of him. He just needs to go 5 feet. Like, some tracks you have to get up to speed. This track, you just got to burp the throttle and you're there.
So look who got third. Chuck Sweeting. He took that spot.
Sometimes you got to do the job in pit road, and he's got to really think his virtual crew members to gain that third position over Sylvain. That's going to give his full attention to the race leader when the restart happens, that he's going to be right in front of him.
That's exactly what he needed. I mean, we saw him. We've been watching him all race, and these first 30 laps, he's been all over Sylvain Jolly, went in that third position. So, like you said, he's going to be starting there right on the inside, second row. And if he can make a move, he might be able to take a second place if he can get it on the low side, which we saw in that first restart. Claude Furlan just kind of took off and got a good jump there. But Bobby Terrell had a good start as well, so it'll be hard to get behind him. But that's definitely what Chuck Sweeting needed there.
Also what Chuck Sweeting needs? He needs a Nerd Focus there in his cup holder and the console. Nerd Focus, our brand new energy partner of Nerditudes. I just want to give a quick shout out to them. 10% off all their products. Use Super Nerd at checkout. And that if he gets one of those drinks in his cockpit there, I'm sure he'd be definitely focused on Claude Furlan and getting up to the top spot. I know he's got the truck to do it. And, he's got a great opportunity on this restart, Kenny.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got some Nerd Focus sitting right here on my desk. Get me focused in on this race. It's, the blue label, sugar-free, diabetic. So no need for all that sugar stuff. But there's only two promos that you need to remember. Super Nerd, Nerd TV. If you try one and it doesn't work, try the other one. But those, keep those in mind for any of those products. Nerd Focus, iRacing iFlag, Butt Kicker, anything like that. Just try those and we'll definitely have it. And like we were saying earlier, check out the social media. We got them on there as well. Come check us out. Join the family. We're on there. We got our own. Dustin, the producer, he's got one. So follow us along and just come join the family.
Yeah, we got an updated website, nerditudes.com. Easy to follow everything. If you want to watch all the previous broadcasts from Full Throttle Sim Racing or other series that we do promote, it is easy to find on our website as well. Looks like got about half or 3/4 of a lap left. These guys are double filing up for this restart, for the first official restart of this evening. And right now, Claude Furlan just kind of setting the pace here. Let's see if we can get another really good restart over the number 4 of Bobby Terrell. When you control the start, especially on the bottom at a track like Richmond, definitely the place that you want to be. But I know if I'm Chuck Sweeting, I am going to be just up on that wheel, up on the throttle, trying to mimic the start of the number 43 of Claude. Let's see if he can make it happen.
Green flag.
Green flag is officially in the air, and Bobby gets a pretty decent start this time with the 43, and there is Chuck Sweeting taking full advantage, going to be contending Bobby for second.
Yeah, just like we were talking about. Oh, nope, he's not going to be able to hold. Bobby looks like he might be able to pull that off on the outside, but Chuck, woo, that's a little closer. He needs to make this pass. He got such a good pit road stop there and took that third place. He's just trying to secure it. But Sylvain Joey's not giving up. Look at him. He's on the high side. He's giving it his all as they're coming across the line. They're still side by side.
He said, you know what, your virtual crew might be better than mine, but I'm going to be better than you on the racetrack. And he is really contending Chuck there on that top side. If you can do it just right, it is doable. And right now he's putting an impressive performance. You just got to watch out for that tire wear. He does shift to the middle of the groove of the track this time, and it's going to allow Chuck to take over that spot fully himself. A couple trucks back, we see Richie Coy contending with Chris Stouffer for the top 5. And then a couple trucks behind him, I got Casey McMullen on the long side, on the inside of Mark DeBriel.
Right,
they almost made contact last lap. No contact, though. It got really close and dicey there. And yet, yellow flag for the second time this evening on lap number 35. This time, Kevin Rupert in the number 1 Ford F-150 coming off of turn number 2. And it looks like it was assistance from the number 31 once again.
We were saying this in the pre-race show. Don't see many cautions here with them, but when they have one, there's one right after it. So if we're going to go off of that, we might, right there, Nerd TV, as you see it turned out. Oh, we got a couple of trucks, actually, Jeremy. It looks like we had 4 in total there go around 2 separate incidents.
Yeah, we're on board there with, looks like Kenneth Schultz. Yeah, it's the only truck that's red and yellow. And yeah, he came down the track, it looks like, and the 18 was just there. I'm not sure why he moved down low, but we're going to try to get another shot of everything that just happened for you guys. On your screen, looks like Kevin Ripper just kind of cuts off the X a little too early. Maybe the 31, Alex Murphy, didn't recognize. And I didn't realize how hard Alex hit that wall. 2 wheels off the ground.
Yeah, he actually hit pretty well. And I was getting ready to mention that there was a shout-out before the race for Alex Murphy and Simon Madigan. And Simon Madigan made up 10 spots before that restart, and Alex Murphy was kind of sitting there in the back, but that was a hard hit. Put him up on 2 wheels. So definitely not what you want to see there. Hopefully it's not too bad of damage on this short track, and he can still make up some time. As I'm looking right now, it looks like Alex Murphy is on pit road. He take a tow, so he might be in more damage than we thought.
He got pinned hard on that bottom wall there. There's not a safer barrier. It's just solid concrete, and when you come up on 2 tires on a direct side impact shot, it's a hard hit for sure. I'm also kind of glad that is he gone? Yep, there he is. He's the first driver to officially retire from this evening. He will be finishing, it looks like, in 28th place once it's all squared away. But yeah, I'm really glad that the 18, Brian Bliss, didn't get involved in that wreck, because when Kenneth Schultz came down on him, it was just a truck length away from, plowing into the number 1. We got another onboard shot here from the 31, just comes up into the left rear quarter panel, and here you go. Slow motion, doing it on 2 wheels. And right before that camera kicked over, I saw that RPM tack bouncing around. That means it was engine damage.
Yep, you can see right there. So that will end his night. That is unfortunate. It's one of they're short a couple of teammates, as we mentioned. One of them on the shout out there from Martin before the race started. He's not here tonight, and then his other teammate Jonathan Varanakis is not here as well. So that leaves him with just 1. So it's just going to be 1 Rumble Racing truck out there tonight, and that's left, and that's Simon Madigan. But he's up front. I think he was in 9th place. He started 7th on the restart, but he's back in 9th. So he's still representing Rumble Racing and trying to bring home a top 10, maybe a top 5.
It's very possible. We got tons of laps left. We're only 39 through of 150, so over 100 scheduled laps left remaining in the Richmond 200. And right now, though, the class of the field is still going to be that number 43 Claude. We'll see if Chuck Sweeting can hold off the 08 of Sylvain Jolly once again. He had a really excellent chance of getting back to his 3rd place, which he wants it. He didn't lose it on the track, so he feels like it's still his, and he's hungry. He wants to keep it.
Yeah, and watching them too as they were coming around, what kind of helped him, because the thing is, he's battling on the outside, but eventually, if that inside row takes it, your next concern is don't get trained on the outside and lose a bunch of spots. And right as they were coming off 4 there, Christopher was making a pass on Richie Coy. He got a little loose, had to check up, and that gave Sylvain Joey just enough time to slide back down. But I think Pace Car is going to be ducking off here soon, Jeremy. We're going to watch this flag, man. Probably already has the green flag out. You know how he likes to pull it out early. So, yeah, there it is. So Here we go. We're gonna get ready to go under.
Yeah,
he's
there we go. Yeah, producer likes to dub him
Green flag,
Premature
green flag.
Patrick, which I'm going to follow suit on that name. I like it. Had that thing ready since turn number 3, but we are green flag. Great restart by Chuck Sweeting and your leader, Claude Ferlin. But Bobby Terrell going to push strong here this time on the exit of 2 and going to contend Chuck, as Chuck actually trying to get for the second place.
Yeah, we got some good battle right here, side by side for 4 or 5 rows back here. Chuck Sweeting actually is going to be making that pass here on Bobby Terrell. He's going to be taking over second place. Richie Coy's now giving Bobby Terrell under fire for that third place, and Bobby Terrell's kind of falling back, and Sylvain Jolly's going with them here. They're going to lose a couple spots here on this restart.
Farthest up, Richie Coy has run so far. Started 7th, has been running around 4th place or 5th place, and now he's in contention to get to the top 3. Let's see if he can get around Bobby Terrell. And he has a really great exit turn number 4, slightly gets sideways, but no problem, able to keep it off. Driving off that right rear tire is something you want to do here at Richmond.
Yeah, and if you've been following along with us this season, whether it's in the Cup Series or the Truck Series, Richie Coy's name's been up front all season. Bunch of podium finishes. I think he's had three top 10s, 2 top 5s, and he's got a win this season in the Truck Series. So he's definitely going to be a contender. As he's still him and Bobby Terrell fighting side by side, right above them. Chuck Sweeting's trying to make that pass for first place, and he's ever so close getting there on every turn. Just gains just slight ground on Claude Ferlin there.
Sylvain Jolly falls back to 6th place behind now the top 5 runner of Chris Stouffer. So furthest Sylvain Jolly has been back in the field since the drop of the green flag 45 laps ago. And yeah, Chuck Sweeting is on the prowl. He is 1 truck length away from Claude. He is hungry. He sees that truck. He knows he can get a point. Lead some laps on this thing, and he's hungry and he's there. He's gonna be getting closer that time off X turn number 4. So it's only a matter of time.
And then on board right now, I'm looking at as Brody Haney. We were talking about him earlier. We said about 50 or 60 laps into this race we'd see him in the top 10. But right now he's sitting 14th, and he's trying to take 2 for 1 right here and try to move his way up into 12th place. So Brody Haney trying to make his way up to the top 10. Not surprised to see him there, actually.
Yeah, if he passes one more truck, that's going to put him in 13th, and that's basically double the amount of spots that he started in the beginning, 26th, and he's going to go into 13th if he can get around that number 88 of Mark DeBrio. And he gets a good launch out the bottom of turn number 2. They go dead heat side by side entering turn number 3. Brody Hanna with the preferred position, but the 88 not giving up.
No, and right behind him I was watching Wayne Grassi there, got a little sideways there off the 2, and I thought maybe he was going to be taken down to the inside, but ended up collecting that truck and no harm, no foul. But yeah, looks like Brody Hanna made that pass, completed it, and he's going to move on to John Adams here, see if he can get that 12th spot with top 10 just looking right ahead of him.
You're doing a solid job there. Still got about a half a truck length between your top 2 runners. Richie Coy running in 4th, trying to make a little ground over Bobby Terrell. Looks like everyone kind of in the top 10 has just been stagnant for the past lap or 2. Just kind of falling into place, just running their truck. And the only one really making some gains right now, Brody Hanna. He's now on the back bumper of John Adams, as you just said, a lap ago. And John Adams actually putting some huge pressure on Simon as he makes that dip to the bottom. Going to try to take over 11th.
This is setting up nice for Brody. This is twice now that the 2 guys in front of him have been battling it out. And then, as we see, I thought they were going to go 3 wide there for a second. As we see, as soon as one makes a pass there, Brody's right behind him. So he's just kind of, like I said, if you get stuck on that high side, you might lose a couple. And he's been taking full advantage of that. And looks like he's going to be getting around John Adams here. This is going to be Simon Madgen here on the 46. So, yep, he's going to be taking that spot over. That will put him in 12th if he can hold on here as they're coming off the 2. Looks like he will. So, yeah, Brody Hanna moving. He's the one making moves right now. Everyone else kind of looks like they're single files. I'm looking through the field, Jeremy.
It reminded me of that little potential 3 wide on the backstretch last lap that you just called out. That reminded me of something that happened last night. If you're that particular guy, you would have went for it. But these guys kept it clean. It's got just under 100 laps left. Oh, Brody Hanna got really loose there on the next turn number 2. Want to be careful of doing that. Driving it really heavy off that right rear. You don't want to get too loose here. And turn 2, that as Kenny said in the pre-race, it's just so flat, and you get really loose there. And a lot of guys in practice were actually struggling with that.
Yeah, it sounds like you're referencing me last night getting wrecked and going 6 laps down, but we won't talk about that. Don't have any of that going on tonight. when we have some 3 wide, though, so far it's been pretty good. So love to see the battles that we're having on this restart here as we're looking kind of back through the field there. Yep, right here, side by side, you got Mag in there in the 46, racing with Vermin in the 00. Those two side by side as they're heading down here in the turn 1 and 2. So we'll see who can prevail right behind them. Also, another little battle here. So we got some action on the track, Jeremy.
Yeah, 11th through 16th. It looks like it's really heating up here. Multiple side by sides and swapping of positions here. We see the 60 underneath Sherwood Williford rather in the 33. Trying to make a spot there. That'd be Mannix Richer. Early, he started 11th. He's back to 17th, trying to get 16th. So early on, he slipped up a little bit, but it looks like he's finally got his truck in a good rhythm and trying to make some spots back up.
Yeah, they're definitely, and you can, like Brody Hanno, kind of go back to him a little bit. He's found that groove, and once you find that groove, you're kind of just taking off some spots slowly. But we got a little side-by-side battle here of these two. Still the Wilford there trying to make it on the outside, as we see on the 14 there of Lane Allen, last week's winner, going on the outside of Lane Grassy. A little bit of sideways there coming off too, like you mentioned earlier. That treacherous turn 2 there coming off is definitely causing some havoc tonight. But I've been kind of looking up through the front here. You still got Quad Furlong leading the way, but Chuck Sweeting is just, he's trying. Turn 1, every turn 1, you can even turn 3 and 4, but turn 1 I've noticed it more. He's just diving it down in the corner there, trying to make it work, and Quad Furlong's taking the low line here. But let's see if he does it on this one, Jeremy. We're going into 1 and 2. He definitely takes a dive at him and tries to get under him.
If he can consistently have these runs each and every week, he's going to contend for this points and at least get close enough to giving him a good shot at doing so. He's found himself another couple of a couple circumstances that kind of put him in a little bit of a drought there in the points. But yeah, he's so fast each and every week, and he's showing it once again. It doesn't matter what track you throw him in, a road course, throw him in a big track, throw him in a 3/4 mile track like Richmond, and he's still top 2, top 3 getting the job done.
Yeah, he had a bad Daytona. I mean, it's Daytona. Finished 33rd. But then he railed off, I think, 4 top 10s in a row, which is, that's definitely makes up for having that. But then, of course, with that at Atlanta, I think he finished 30th in that race as well. So, and then brought it back home strong with another top 10 right after that. So other than Daytona and Atlanta, those 30 and 33rd position placing there, that's definitely hurting the points. He'll be back up in this thing, though, for sure. He's only 44 points back coming into it, 11th in the point standings. Like you mentioned, if he keeps this up, I mean, he's only a couple spots away from 6th place. So he could be top 5 here in a couple races.
Bobby Terrell as well. He's actually starting to make a ground on these two as we were talking about him. He's one of those trucks also that has a really good long run setup. I've come to notice, this is week number 7 for the truck series, and every time it's just as the laps tick down, that truck seems to get just a little better. Christopher in that 13 right behind him, right there in that F-150 that's all chromed out. He's also one of those trucks that kind of wait for the long run to kick in. He's actually a little bit faster than Bobby Terrell, currently sitting in 4th, and Bobby keeps that up with Chris here. We might see some new leaders here soon.
Yeah, we got to remember Christopher missed one race. He's sitting at 5 races and still 6th in the points, so he's having a heck of a season as well. 3 top 10s, 3 top 5s. So, like you said, I don't expect him not to be there in that spot. He's sitting there 4th. And looking to maybe get around Chuck Sweeting here and get into that 3rd place, as we see Bobby Terrell's making that class for 2nd. Looks like Bobby's going to try to complete it. Chuck's on the high side, but we might see like we did earlier, Jeremy, where Chuck might lose 2 spots here.
Chuck's truck is just trying to, it's getting a little tighter, if I'm not mistaken. He's not, that center of the corner is just not there for him. I don't see any movement on exits. That tells me it's not really driving too loose on exit. And you see as he got passed on the inside by Bobby and Chris, just that center rotation, there's just not enough there to kind of hold those guys off as that long run persists. Yeah,
that little tongue twister there. Chuck's truck. Yeah. Hope we don't get stuck. Sitting there backed off in the head, a little there in 4th place. So that's going to get Christopher and Bobby Terrell moving up in the 2nd and the 3rd there. Great run for Christopher so far. Started 9th and sitting in 3rd place. But that kind of helped Quad too. He's pulled out a little bit, just under half a second away from these guys, or over these guys through the field. Got a little battling going on here. Lane Allen here, trying to hold up position here with Andrew Palicki here for 18th position. Andrew looks like he's going on the outside. A little bit of battling going on there. Wayne Grassi as well, sitting right behind him, seeing what happens with these two. He can make a move as well. But other than that, kind of single file journey.
Yeah, a couple of hard charges I want to mention. I mean, we talked about Brody Hanna. He's up to top 10. He's gained 16 spots since 67 laps ago when they took the green flag. Right behind him, John Adams. He started 18th. He's currently in 11th. So a couple hard chargers there. And then, yeah, we got Christopher, as you just said, started 9th, up to 3rd. Quite a few guys are making some moves. You got Nicholas Casey as well. He's up 7 spots, started 16th, up to 9th right now. So the qualifying hasn't really, it's kind of like set them up in the beginning on where they're going to run, but you can tell the qualifying setups are a lot different than the race setups because everyone's just shifting so many spots at this time.
Yeah, we were only 5 laps off, Jeremy, of predicting Brody Hanna to be up in the top 10. As we're watching here, he goes around Nicholas Casey there for 9th, and then he's like, you know what, Casey, come over here. I want to take that 8th spot away if you don't mind. I got a truck to get to the front. So Brody Hanna is definitely moving up there. Once we have these next round of pit stops, Jeremy, he's definitely a truck to keep your eye on, especially if there's a caution that comes out and they have a close restart. As we see, he's definitely has a strong truck tonight, and he could be up there very shortly competing for this top 5, even competing for first.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, pit stops, those are looming. But before those pit stops go underway, I want to take a quick commercial break to thank everyone once again for all the support they bring to Nerditudes and Full Throttle Sim Racing. So we'll be right back after a quick, short couple messages. full screen coverage on Nerditudes for the Full Throttle Sim Racing trucks, brought to you by Sim Racing Points. And new leader, Kenny, Bobby Tyrrell, has gotten around Claude Ferlin. So for the first time this evening, we have a lead change.
Yeah, new race leader. So we saw that there tick away just about a lap or so ago, and he's not, just out of it yet. Chris Stouffer's looking on him now. So we were talking about him earlier. He's making a charge up to the front here, and Bobby Tyrrell, though, is actually starting to pull a little bit. But yeah, Chris Stouffer's right on the back bumper there, as we see on Nerd TV with Claude Ferlin. He wants that second spot. He wants to get up there with Bobby and try to compete for this lead top spot here.
Yeah, I think Claude Ferlin needs to strap on a pair of those Martin Sports gloves. That truck looks like it's a little bit out of grip. That being martinsports906.com, you can grab a set of gloves, a lot of customized gloves, different styles, the gauntlets or the short ones that don't go over the wrist. And, if you had a set of gloves on from them, you need to hop over to the website and grab one, because Chris Stouffer is all over his rear bumper. He almost drove into that rear bumper a couple laps ago in turn number 1 as you were talking about him. It almost looks like the 43 is back in that corner up just a little too much so you can make that rotation.
Yeah, and don't forget, you use Super Nerd on that promo code to get 25% off there at martinsports906.com. But yeah, those gloves would definitely come in handy. He's getting, right now, you can see right there on Nerd TV's coming off of turn 2 there, definitely would be coming in handy. And Bobby's loving this. He's like, you guys back there, kind of Claude's probably slowing up Chris Stouffer a little bit there, as we see Chris is looking on the inside and try and make that pass here for the second position. I think he might, he definitely made it on him. Claude even might have gave it up to him a little bit there, but that's, maybe not. He came right back on that rear bumper.
Yeah, it looked like Chuck Sweeting wanted to make a huge attack movement into the turn number 1 and couldn't get there, so he stabbed on the brake, and then Claude found some late corner exit speed right there and got right to the back bumper of Chris Stouffer, who's now in second place, but he couldn't make it stick, so he had to back out. Now Chuck Sweeting is on the attack for third position as Claude's starting to fall back there from the race lead, and Bobby Tyrrell up to a second already over second place Chris Stouffer.
Yeah, we saw these guys come down pit road on lap 29 there under that caution. So we're sitting right now roughly about 56, 57 laps on these tires. Ran it under a caution a couple laps, but other than that, all green flags. I know these guys are wanting some new tires. I wouldn't be surprised to see some pit stops here in the next 15, 20 laps or so, even before that. I hear Angie Palicki on the radio, maybe just a little past there possibly. So wouldn't be surprised to see some pit stops coming up here in the next 15, 20 laps.
You guys just heard it. Pashibi Nick is now calling the pit road action. I'm going to steal a page out of his playbook and just say they're going to pit whenever they pit. I'm not going to call that because me, I'm not wrong, and Kenny's usually right. So I'm going to go off his page. Going to cheat off the man's homework. I'm feeling kind of greedy tonight with your work.
That's okay. I mean, I'm looking up for your book anyway, so if I'm wrong, I'm still going to throw it back on you. How's that sound? But as we see back here, Chuck Sweeting's there trying to make a pass for that third place, but he's definitely there. He's trying to do it, and I don't know if Claude maybe he's having some tire issues or what, but he's dropping back a little bit. But even back behind them, we're having a little battle back here between the 08 of Sylvain Jolly, who we've seen up front with he's fighting off Nicholas Casey, your top runner rookie this year.
I'm trying to label my book something around the lines of "Don't read this because we know it's wrong" kind of scenario. That's gonna be the title of it. Just don't read this. It's always wrong, and you got a good chuckle out of our producer, Mr. Dustin. It's hard to make that man laugh when he's doing so much camera work, and you made it happen. So shout out to you for exposing my playbook even worse than what it already is. But Sylvain Jolly, nice little save there. You got him on camera right now, and he got pretty loose down the exit of turn number 2, which has been that little atrocious corner for everyone so far tonight.
Yeah, that was definitely a good save on his part. Because that could have been bad. But as we see too, I mean, he had this restart. I think he was in 4th or 5th or so, I believe. I have to go back and look and see. But now he's sitting back here in 8th place. So kind of falling off a little bit, not too bad. But him and Claude are teammates. So they could have similar setups, and maybe the long run is not the run for those trucks, and they prefer the short run. They're not falling off too bad, but you can definitely see it a little bit. But still running top 10, so nothing to worry about. There's still plenty of laps to go. I mean, we're at 92, coming to 93 out of 150. So we're definitely still have some time.
Claude Furlan falls back to 4th place as Chuck Sweeting makes that pass, gives him the wave out the window saying thank you for that position. And I want to turn the spotlight over to Brody Hanna, who has now entered the top 5, running in 26th place. We said it's tough to pass here. Apparently, Brody did not want to listen to that, and now he is on the back bumper, heavy of the 43, trying to give himself up in the 4th position. That's just an excellent job, well done by Brody so far, only 94 laps in.
That truck is bad fast tonight, and as we see there, he's trying to make a pass there for 4th place, and almost a little bit of contact there as Claude Furlan was coming down in that corner. That slowed up Brody as we see you got the 86 of Nicholas Casey trying to make a pass, but he's just going to fall back in line. But yeah, Brody's on a mission, Jeremy. He's going to be by Claude here soon. It doesn't look like his truck's falling off. So, kudos to that setup they have going on. Him and Richie Coy, Richie's sitting back in 7th. And then I saw their other teammate there, Tony Solari. He started 6th, but I think he dropped back. Yeah, he's back in 14th. So maybe he just needs a little pit stop to get back going. But great run by Brody Hanna so far.
Yeah, Richie Coy and Tony Solari are probably like, where did you get that setup? Were you hiding some pages from me that I couldn't read off of? Because Brody's got something that they don't apparently. Maybe he has just that touch. Sometimes the driver just has a little niche for a track, and looks like Brody Hanna is he's loving Richmond right now. You could definitely tell his truck, like you said, not really falling off much after passing a bunch of trucks. Currently sitting in 5th place right now. But also another person, Bobby Terrell, going back to him, he's up to a 2-second lead now after passing Claude. Pulling some huge ground over Christopher in 2nd place.
Yeah, and this is kind of, we mentioned it in Monday series. You always have those 1 or 2 trucks or cup cars that kind of lead the way. And tonight it's Bobby Trail about 2 seconds ahead of Christopher, which is almost another 2 seconds ahead of Chuck in 3rd. We've kind of seen that a lot, one truck being dominant and then there's one that's right there kind of competing with it. I think Chris and Bobby are kind of on the same speed. The only difference is Bobby was able to get around those other trucks a little bit faster than Chris, but once we get these pit stops underway and everything, just kind of see where these tires reset everybody and the run. But yeah, great run by Bobby and Chris tonight. They're kind of leading the way so far, running 1-2.
You want to see what a guy looks like taking a Sunday cruise? You're looking at it right now. Mr. Bobby Terrell, just look how smooth that wheel is. I tried calling out the race winner on Monday for his wheel work, and he said it was a handful, but it looks smooth. And once again, I'm going to call Bobby Terrell out here. That wheel is super smooth around Richmond. Even turn 2 was that trouble corner for most people. It's just super smooth. Awesome cam work by Dustin, by the way, too, to give us a nice little shot of, something in the virtual world you cannot do. You cannot have a free-floating camera in front of the truck like that in the real world. So nice quality work overall.
Yeah, and it's great suit. It goes with the nice paint job there on that truck. We've been 75. Chuck Sweeting is going to be coming down pit road, running in 3rd place right now. So, hey, that was out of my playbook, Jeremy. I said about 15 laps ago. So I'm going to, claim that one. But no, we start seeing some green flag pit stops coming down, Jeremy. So let's see what we got going on.
You said you read out of my playbook. So my playbook has been correct for the first time in 7 weeks. You guys mark that down. That's impressive stuff all in.
Bobby Terrell coming down too.
Bobby Terrell, race leader.
Christopher, he almost hit those barrels there. That was a close call.
You got to get every inch possible. He made it happen. He got down to, I don't know. He hit that line at 52, 51 miles an hour. Pit speed, I do believe, is 35 here. Might be cutting it close. We'll have to see. It's actually 40-mile-an-hour pit speed limit, so let's see if iRacing tags him for it.
Yeah, that was a close one, and we got a lot of people on pit road there. As we mentioned, Bobby Terrell, Clyde Furlan, Christopher, Gil Gock. I think I heard, Brody Hanna is on pit road now. Nicholas Casey, and then looks like Sylvain Jolly. So we got quite a few here on pit road right now. Richie Coy coming in as well.
One of those things where the once one guy comes in, the herd follows, and they're doing it. They realize, when the one truck comes down, the tires are so much better at Richmond that you can't just sit out there and lose that ground. So every not everyone, a lot of the drivers came down and kind of followed suit to match that. And Bobby Stroh had a really solid pit road drive there. Looks like he's pretty decently ahead. We don't have the exact telemetry, but he's a pretty decent ahead of Christopher, which I don't think iRacing tagged him for that. So I think he's clear of any penalties. He's still on the track doing his thing.
Yeah, I don't think they tagged him either, so that's good news for him. They kind of look like they're about the same distance, Bobby and Chris there, from when they came in. The one that looks like he gained, though, is definitely going to be Chuck Sweeting. If I'm looking back, I think he's going to be right behind Christopher there, and they were 2 seconds apart before the pit stop, so that early pit stop by Chuck, and he might have hit his marks a little bit better, definitely paid off. This kind of cycled through. It looks like we still got about 7 people that have yet to make pit stops, but we still see him coming down pit road, so I'd assume these green flag pit stops will be done soon. And Casey McMullen's still out there. He might be trying to get him a point here because he is leading the point standings right now, so keep an eye on Casey and see if he stays out a little bit longer just to get one lap ahead here.
Zach McDaniel came down. He's currently getting service. He gave up that temporarily race lead. Saw Casey McMullen come down as well as Wayne Grassy. A couple of the guys on pit road as well, just kind of completing that full cycle of green flag pit stops. It should be the one and only stop unless there's another caution. But yeah, I think you're the winner out of everything so far. I'm going to point him out as well, Chuck Sweeting, as he's gotten to the back bumper of Christopher. He was about a second or so behind. So well done for Chuck there, getting onto pit road fast and having his crew once again be so good.
Yeah, that was good, and that was a good close call by Chris too, because I was looking as well, and definitely came in over 50 miles an hour. So might have got lucky, but hey, that's okay. No big deal. Brush it off. Oh, we got a caution actually. Oh, look at there. We got about still 7, 8 cars that looks. No, we got 8 on the lead. Looks like 4 that didn't take a pit stop, Jeremy. So that's a good break for those 4.
I'm kind of curious to see what happened there. I think I heard a story from Steve Loomis. Let's see if that was the one who did that. But yeah, this is going to come out on lap 109 for these leaders. And you're going to see it right here. See 17, Steve Loomis. Just, you hate to see it.
Oh, and then that threw him back. Oh, okay.
Holy.
Wow.
All right. Well, so iRacing has this thing called a wall glitch, and you're seeing it firsthand. That was a terrible hit to begin with. That's no driver wants to experience that wall hit on a normal circumstance. And then that happens, and did he even get a black flag for going backwards on the track? That was super impressive.
Look at this. Whoop. Hello, coming at you. Oh my gosh, right in your seat. And if iRacing could have gave him a black flag, because he went definitely far enough back to where you would be considered DQing for going backwards on the track.
Yeah, I'm glad Dustin's camera was able to track that, because as soon as he hit the fence, he disappeared on my end. I had no idea that was even a thing. Richie Coy needs a new driver suit. I think his bottom side might be a different color, more like the bottom side of his truck there. Man, I've seen that wall glitch happen. I don't think I've seen it that bad next to that many fast drivers. That's crazy. Yeah. Tony Solari too. Oh my gosh.
That's. I mean, we watched it earlier. We were going through Twitter a little bit to see what's going on in the sim racing world, and one of the fellow racers that we follow out there actually had that wall glitch twice. He did a double backflip, and in the same kind of instant, the wall caught him and threw him. But that one, I've never seen that one before, where they just throw him, hundreds of feet down the front stretch there.
Yeah, it's that same league we run on Tuesdays. I think that was him that had that happen to him, and that's always been a part of iRacing, is that wall glitch. They've worked on netcode. They've made it better. It's nowhere near perfect, of course. It's internet-based racing. You're going to have it. But the wall glitch isn't internet-related. That's just car making contact with a solid object. I think that should have been fixed, but, that was... I don't know. That was really scary for Tony Solari and Richie Coy. Just, you hate to see it for the 86. He got kicked back into towing. I don't know what kind of engine damage he has, but he's still on pit road getting that thing serviced. So apparently he's still going to be able to at least contend for something.
Yeah, absolutely. And, this is going to be the third caution here, brought to you by the iRacing of iFlag. Great product to have. Those LEDs, you can't miss it. right in your face, whether it's caution, green, white, checkered, whichever one you have. Definitely a great product to have, so go check them out. We got them there at iracingiflag.com, promo code SuperNerd. But Jeremy, as we funneled out here, looks like the big ones that we're going to have Brody Hanna starting third, Casey McMullen. That's a great call for him. He stayed out there, as well as Thomas Ridgway, the newcomer here. They both stayed out. They're running fourth and fifth. Newer tires than Bobby, Chris, Chuck. That's a great call by them. Great call by those guys.
Thomas Ridgway was running about 24th, 25th, just doing his own thing. I know he's brand new to the league. Good looking truck, by the way, too. Nice, clean, gets the job done in those very famous colors with that red stripe thing there along the gray and black. But excellent call to stay out. Sometimes that's the way to go. You have people cycle through pit road, and then some things happen, and it's definitely played to his book. He's now got a top 5 in his hands. Let's see what he can do with it for sure. We got about a half a lap before we kick back to green.
All right, man.
Half the field isn't really stuck to the pace car. We're not going green this time. And there it goes. As soon as I was thinking about it, Brody Hanna, race control, calls it. We're going to extend this thing one lap to make sure everyone's in file in position to get this thing rolling correctly.
Yeah, it was a good call on that one. You don't want to have a restart there with everyone trying to sort it out, especially with a wreck like that, because I'm sure that there's something going on. We see a couple guys here pulling down the inside, so might be having some. Who's that going back? Is that Brody going back there? Yes. Yeah, that is Brody. Yep, man. All right, so Brody Hanna going to be going back from third place to the end of the longest line, it looks like.
Not sure the reason, but yeah, I think it was fifth on the leaderboard, 5th or 4th, and now he's going to be restarting probably
21st?
just outside the top 20. Looks like potentially 21st on the bottom, as everyone has that tail end of the field, so that inside line's just really extended. But we're going back to green flag here. So we got just only 4 rows that are side by side before everyone finds themselves single file. Green flag is out. Bobby Trell with an excellent start over Christopher as they enter into turn number 1.
Yeah, I hate to say it, as far as Brody Hanna going back to the field, but it'll be fun watching him come to the front, Jeremy. I mean, we only got about 33 laps to go, 34 laps to go, so you see how much ground Bob... watch out, we got a wreck here, the newcomer.
Caution is out.
Took out a couple trucks there. They got hit again.
So
and they're still running, and he's on his lid, and back on all fours. All right, let's go.
Oh, man, you hate to see it. He got in such a good position, virtue of that caution, and that truck just kicked loose on the middle side of the track and entering turn number 4, and collected the 33 initially, squared him right into the square D. That was not a pun intended, but you see it right here. Square D coming up on the back of Sherwood and just pile drives him into the 3, kicks him sideways, and then the 17 here, nowhere to go. Heavy outside wall contact. And then we see Kenneth, and then the 84, boom, just squares him right in the driver's side door. That's the worst place you want to get hit. That was John Adams that tagged him there to send him up over on his lid. It looks about 6 or 7 trucks are damaged of some kind after the thing's all said and done.
Yeah, big chain reaction there. And, I was just getting ready to say it, too, before we took that start is, he's up there. His first race here. You mentioned that he was kind of running back there in the 23rd, 24th spot, and he found himself up there in the top 5, and there's a ton to show him what he had, but at the same time, you can drive it, and it's just you're in a new league. You don't want to make any mistakes, and sometimes it might have got the best of you. And worst case, that happened with him, and that's unfortunate for him. He was running good up there in the top 5 and out, but hard impact, and that truck after taking a little flip there, even though it was a soft flip, as we see here on our TV, just right, boom, square there, and it's just chain reaction after that.
I think that was Richie Coy, if I'm not mistaken. It's hard to tell. It was an orange hood, so I feel like maybe it was Richie Coy, but actually, you know what?
I think it was Kenneth Schultz.
Yeah,
I think
was
he had
Kenneth
it right
Schultz.
first time. Yeah,
it was Kenneth Schultz. Yeah, it just nowhere to go. Jeff Langston at 21, one of those drivers that piled in right behind him too, right behind Mr. Richer. What a sight right there. Just stop watching a truck roll down the hill before you get the gears going again.
And you saw right there Wayne Grassy and Zach McDaniel. Nice little maneuver there. They just got by on the inside, avoiding a disaster there. They're sitting there 11th and 12th now, so great little piece of driving by them. But you're still going to have Bobby Terrell leading the way. Chris Stouffer in second. Casey McMullen now third place. Chuck Sweeting's going to be fourth. And Tony Solari, Jeremy, back up into the top 5.
Yeah, Solari's now got a good opportunity here. Let's see if he doesn't waste it. Case McMullen also, running in third place. They have not been up there all day. Steven Vrooman in 7th place. Haven't seen him in the top 10 just about. He is in position to do something good here. So that original caution on lap 109 just kind of shuffled some people around. For the people that did not pit, helped them out tremendously. But we'll see how this plays out whenever these things go back to green flag and see how the tires are performing for these guys that are up there for the front. Quick shout out as well to Sim Racing Points, special sponsor of the Truck Series tonight and every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Full Throttle Sim Racing League. Super easy, clean software to use. Export your stuff, boom, couple minutes, your website's up to date. These guys do it quick. They get off the track, they upload it. I think within like 5 minutes they have it updated for everybody. That just shows to show how quick and easy it is. Admin's just boop, boop, done. So simracingpoints.com, pretty cheap, competitive pricing. Probably one of the best offers in the game to do so. All right, Ken, I got about a half a... Go ahead.
I was going to say, it would have been an interesting thing if he had the butt kicker there on that accident, flipping over like that and getting hit. That would have been an interesting feeling there.
The chair might flip over. I can't confirm that it flips you over when you flip over, but I would imagine it's going to feel really weird, and that software's probably like, huh? But green flag is back out. Bobby Terrell has a competitor here. Chris Stouffer matches his restart, except when you go to turn number 1. Terrell has that preferred lane, but Stouffer not giving up. Huge competitive battle here on the top side, and he's going to match his energy into turn number 3 as they're dead side by side.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier, Jeremy. We wanted to see these two go. Oh, hard car on the outside, truck on the outside wall there. It might have been Sylvain Jolly. I saw a purple truck, so I'm not exactly sure, but definitely 1 and 2. Oh, we got one spin here on the front stretch as well.
Oh, nope. Wayne Grassy, Zach McDaniel brings out caution number 5 of this evening on lap number 123. Let's get a good shot of Wayne Grassy if we can, because he got all 4 wheels off the ground. And hey, what do you know? The wall glitch strikes again.
Is that what I saw kind of put him down in the front stretch there?
Yeah, you're going to see it right here. Just what?
Ooh.
Yeah, dropped him directly on his lid. Somehow bounced up really weird, and then car just poof, gone. So that engine did explode. Well, he's still driving, actually. He just kicked back on my screen there. He exited pit. Well, I don't know. He's entering pit road right now, but I saw some engine smoke come out of that thing. At least I thought I did. So the truck's somehow still running. Yeah,
that Zach McDaniel I saw there on the... Yeah, I saw the purple truck. It was right there in front of Sylvain Jolly. But yeah, woo! Look at that. Right over the top of him. Brody Hanna, whoop, that's the one I saw there on the front stretch, was Brody Hanna right here. Man, running top 5, great run. Oop, gonna come down on the track. Goes in the back, and then unfortunately just runs into a little bit of trouble here. But I just mentioned too, Zach McDaniel and Wayne Grassy making it past that last one, but this time those two were the ones that were involved in it. So that is unfortunate for Zach McDaniel, because I think he came into the points 3rd place. So going to have a big hit tonight.
Yeah, Zach just misjudged that entrance in turn number 3, just into the back bumper, ever so slightly to Sylvain, and it shot his truck up into Wayne Grassy. Zach McDaniel is only in 3rd place in points coming into this thing, 16 points out. So for him to be back there and having that little bit of a miscue, definitely not good. He's waiting for his pit exit's closed. You see the wheeling lights blinking there, or if you had an iRacing iFlag unit, you would see that as well. But the green light is out for him. He's exiting pit road. I'm gonna join in back with the field, probably 21st, 20th, somewhere in that ballpark. Probably 20th, because Wayne's truck's heavily damaged. Probably about a lap and a half before we go green.
Yeah, and right in front of them, those about 21st and up there, Wayne, Gilgog, Zach McDaniel, Brody Hanna, Thomas Ridgway, and Brian Bliss, all those have damage from those last couple cautions. So Going to be on the kind of level playing field with those select drivers. Woo! Nice camera move there by Dustin in our production booth there. That was a crazy angle there, going right over Brody, and he thought he was out of it, and then there he goes, just right around.
Yeah, I almost feel like that our producer Dustin needs a raise, and then after that little camera shot there, definitely deserves a raise. That was an excellent camera work. Very smooth too. Really impressed with everything in that one. But crazy view by Brody right before he got spun out. Just how many times can you say that you drove underneath another truck like that?
Well, he can say it once.
Yeah, he can say it once.
And then I think Richie Coy, I mean, that one was just crazy. That thing was coming right at you. Two crazy wrecks, Jeremy, from these wall glitches tonight, and hate to see it for them, but love to watch it though on the broadcast here on their TV. Makes for some good camera work, especially when Dustin's got that free-flowing camera working the way he does. But it looks like we're going to be coming here to the green flags are coming off of 2. Got about half lap here. We're pacing to go. Still going to have Bobby Terrell as your race leader with Christopher on the outside. Great restart between these two last time, Jeremy.
Yeah, I expect nothing different here. Christopher was definitely up on that wheel when the green flag displayed itself, and I was checking to see if there wasn't a full moon out that was causing this weird anomalies, but no, that's not for another couple of weeks. But free floating camera on Bobby Terrell to start this thing off
green flag.
For the restart number 5 of this evening. Green flag is out. Bobby and Chris side by side, and Chuck Sweeting wants to make it 3 wide, thinks twice, backs out. Christopher's going to get a great launch here once again off the exit of turn number 2, and it looks like Bobby actually just got a little bit better exit of turn number 2, and it's going to give him sole possession of the lead.
Chuck Sweeting there diving on the inside of Christopher. They're trying to take second as he gets a little sideways as they're coming off of turn 4. That's going to help Christopher gain that second spot back as he's going to try and reel Bobby Terrell in here for that lead position. But further back, we got a little side-by-side racing there for top 5, top 10. So definitely some good battling. He's got a little bit off the sideways there. Coming off before, I think that was Claude Ferwin. Yes, it was Claude Ferwin there on coming off of 2, but great racing back here in mid-pack.
They come to the line, 20 laps to go left in the Sim Racing Points Truck Series at Richmond. Looking at Claude Ferlin there, still running in 6th place door-to-door with Richie Coy. They get almost makes contact, rather. 32 almost made contact with the outside wall. Exit turn number 2 does not. Everything's rolling good. And these leaders taking off here, or at least Bobby Terrell for that matter. Chuck Sweeting does take 2nd place, and he's got his eye set once again for Bobby Terrell.
Yeah, Chuck Sweeting definitely liked what he saw there with Christopher getting into the wall, slowed that momentum up. Chuck's about almost, 7/10 back here, but you can see he's making some ground here on the entry. So he's got 19 coming up to 18 laps to go to try reel in Bobby Terrell. Have a little battle here, but Bobby's been the class of the night so far with this truck. Strong performance, but Chuck is coming though. He's pushing it.
Yeah, I'm not counting Chuck out for anything. That truck is, or car, whatever he's in, really, is just bad, fast all the way around. I see mid-pack here. We are on board with it looks like Mr. Richer in that number 60 as he's pretty close to the back bumper, that 00. Steven Vrooman here running the inside line. Only 2 trucks. Everybody else is kind of like running that middle groove right now. Kind of surprising to see a little bit. But, as the rubber thing happens on the bottom of the track, it kind of promotes that outside to be a little racier.
Yeah, Richie Coy, Angel Palicki here battling for 5th position. Richie Coy is going to be on the bottom. They've been doing this for about 3 or 4 laps so far, and I think Richie's finally going to prevail here. But every time he goes in the corner, Angel Palicki kind of throws it there on the high side and tries to reel him in. But I think Richie's going to pull it off here and take over 5th position. And Claude Ferwin's trying to get around Angel Palicki as well and see if he can get 6 spot away from him.
Look at this line that 32 is running. I haven't seen anyone run this high. Caution number 6 on the raceway, lap number 136.
Might have been 88 here. Mark DeBrew, heard him on the radio. Come on. Maybe he just avoided it, actually, so we'll have to look back and see what happened.
Going back, and yeah, that actually was brought out by Mark DeBrew in that 88 Toyota Tundra. Just drives it right into the left rear quarter panel of the number 00. Steven Vrooman entering turn number 3. And you're going to see right here, makes the inside move to the pass and then clips him right afterwards and then double taps him to kick him around all the way.
Yeah, just gave him the little double tap there, and no, he put him straight though. He gave him 3. He gave him a little love tap and said, "Let me just finish it off," and then said, "You know what? I'm just kidding. Let me straighten you back out." But just enough to bring out the caution there. I think we had 15 to go, so we're gonna probably come back to, I'd say, a 10-lap shootout, Jeremy, and we'll see if it happens if we have any takers. I don't think the leaders are gonna come in, but we might have some towards the the back of this lead pack come in and try to get some fresh tires and see if they can move up any spots with this restart here.
I think Mark DeBriel saw your favorite place in the whole world, Tennessee, on that, just in front of that left rear tire. It says "Pick Tennessee," and Mark DeBriel picked it. It's just a little too much though, but
just it makes me want to start just take me home, start singing, but I won't do that to y'all. That's terrible. But yeah, got their lucky dogs going around. So that's going to be the Martin Sports lucky dog. I think John Adams is going to be the lucky dog recipient tonight for that one. That's going to put him back on the lead lap, 19th position. Didn't gain, it didn't lose. Actually, no, it's going to put him 18th. We're right ahead of Brody there. And we might even get ahead of Brian because he just got off the pit road. So back on the lead lap, John Adams in the 84 truck.
Yep, I'm sure he is happy to see that. Gives him another chance at doing anything. And Andrew Palicki's still holding strong there. Still running 6th, started 24th. So right now, after Brody's mishap there with that wreck about 15 laps ago, it makes Andrew Palicki the hardest charger of the race so far up to this point. Quick shout out once again. This time I would like to thank our asphalt sponsors, Moonlight Speed Concept, for all the hard work they do behind the scenes to get the Nerditudes and a lot of other people out there in the sim world up and running with the most fastest setups you could ask for on any asphalt surface. That's going to be moonlightspeed.com. Competitive pricing, but for the quality of work that those guys do behind the scenes to make you run really fast, I think every dime personally that I would spend or anybody would spend would be definitely worth it. Once again, they're on Twitter as well, but moonlightspeed.com. That's when they take the green flag, Ken, I think they're going to be about 8 laps to go on the green flag, maybe 9. So it's going to be a little bit of a little 10-lap shootout, so to speak, to get this job done. Let's see if Bobby's still got it in him.
Yeah, it's and right behind him, Chuck's been pushing it all night, and he's going to be starting on the outside. I know he's going to be giving it on that outside there, trying to maybe make a pass and go for it. But then at the same time, Christopher is going to be starting on the inside, so you can see him make a move. But 2 trucks strong behind them. Richie Coy, he's been around top 5. Probably doesn't have what it takes to get up to that front there and get the win, but he's still got a solid performance today. And Casey McMullen, coming in the points leader, trying to lead the points leader, sitting there in 4th place. So those top 5, they should put on a good show here. I think we're going to be coming around on this restart. We got 10 to go now, so we're going to be restarting about 9 to go, Jeremy. So it's going to have a 9-lap shootout.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. There's not too much wrong with watching a 9-lap shootout at a short track. So I'm super excited for this. Chuck Sweeting is in his best possible situation of the night. We know that Chuck can compete with Bobby, but now he's at a side-by-side change with him. If he can get a good start and get a good roll through 1 and 2, we might see the second lead change this evening. So at least on the green flag scenario, without pit stops involved, which we're going to see here in about 2 corners what Chuck Sweeting can do. Let's see if Casey McMullen there in that 71. Let's see if he can, get a good start with Chuck. Maybe get it 3rd place or 2nd place as well.
Green flag.
But the green flag is out. Bobby gets an excellent start, though. He's going to clear Chuck before turn 1 even, and does so here. Chuck Sweeting just a little bit up on the track. He's going to do a little bit of a diamond and secure 2nd.
Yeah, Christopher, though, he was trying to make a pass there. Looks like we only has a little incident in the back there, but they ended up straightening it up. But Bobby Trail's going to be coming clear as they're going to be coming here at about 8 laps to go. Chuck Sweeting, though, right behind him. He's going to try to make a move, Jeremy. He's coming up on the inside. 00
actually spun out by himself. He's up and rolling now, but he's a half a track behind the guys. That's Steven Vrooman. It's going to drop him back to 18th place, which is the last truck on the lead lap. But as we see, Bobby Trail, he's about a truck length away from Chuck Sweeting. And then we pan right back to them. About the top 5 has been all straightened out. And you see Chuck making the attack right here.
Yeah, Chuck, he's going to be pushing it. And, This what we mentioned it before. It's a clean league. It's a good racing league, but this is a short track, and we might see some bumpers being used. It might not be the spin the guy just to move him up out of the groove. As Chuck, whoop. Now, not when you do that though. But great save. That's going to leave the door open for Chris Stouffer here coming on the inside to head down to turn 1.
That's the worst feeling possible, is when you get loose knowing you got a chance for the win, and then now you're going to be fighting for second to third place here. Let's see if Chris can get around him quick. He wants to make quick work of him to try to get up to anywhere near Bobby's level here, as we got 5 laps to go this time by. They are still side by side for second.
This is Bobby loves seeing this in his rearview mirror. He wants those guys to keep battling it out, because the more that they're battling each other, the more that he can pull away. So he's rooting for this as much as possible. But this is a great battle here for second place. Chris Stouffer and Chuck Sweeting, they're battling it out, and neither one of them want to have some give. And Chuck has definitely maintained that high side. You don't have to worry about the tires too much. You only got 4 laps to go coming to this time now, so burn them up.
Yeah, Chuck's still not just rolling through that center as much as he would like it to. He's a little struggling in the center, which is allowing Chris to have that speed, and there he goes, clears him on the exit of turn number 2. Now Chris has 0.8 of a second for 3 laps to make up. Probably not enough time unless Bobby, which at this point has not made a single mistake all night, if he makes up any type of mistake, Chris and Chuck are going to be right there.
Yeah, Bobby just keeping it still nice and smooth, as we mentioned before. Kind of we had that in-car camera shot on him, and he's just, like you said, mistake-free. Hasn't made one all night. Coming in here with 2 laps to go. I don't expect him to do it, but kind of looking back too, Jeremy, that 32 of Angel Palicki, you mentioned that line that he was running earlier on that high side, and he's making it work for him. I mean, he's still holding off everyone there, holding that 6th position. It's great little run that he's got going on tonight.
Yeah, sometimes if you have your setup just right, you can make things happen in a line that no one would ever expect, and that's kind of good for him too, right? If you can run the middle groove, that kind of helps you have some little versatility on the race here. But white flag is in the air. Bobby Terrell still holds a 0.7 of a second lead over Chris Stouffer. 0.3 behind him is Chuck Sweeting. And we got 2 more corners here, which Bobby Terrell should have no problem getting through. Gets to the bottom nice and clean, and Bobby Terrell on that number 4 Chevy Silverado is going to take the checkered flag for race number 7 in the Sim Racing Points Truck Series.
Chris Stouffer and Chuck Sweeting round out your top 3. Great run by those guys. Nice little finish there. Bobby was just the class of the night. Bobby just had the truck tonight and showed it off, and what a great looking truck that is.
Oh, 100%. Really enjoying that scheme. You see the 71 here. Casey McMullen giving him a congratulations kiss to the rear bumper. We're going to watch Bobby Terrell burn it down here. And as he does so, we're going to kick this thing over to the Martin Sports post-race show, presented by Martin Sports. We're going to go over all the coverage. We're going to go talk to some drivers. We're going to show you the race results here in just a moment. As we watch the number 4, just burn it down here. Doing a pretty decent job at his burnout. I give it about a 6 out of 10. We like to see smoke. We like to see just that smoke rolling out the rear tires, and he's just taking a little conservative approach at it, no problem. But race results, Bobby Terrell takes it home. You're seeing him right now. Chris Stouffer does finish 2nd. Chuck Sweeting going to be 3rd place. Coming home in 4th is Casey McMullen. 5th place, Richie Coy. 6th place, Andrew Palicki. Started 24th, finished 6th. Great call there to stay out and take advantage of that caution. You see Claude Furland, your pole sitter, finishing 7th. Simon Magnan, 8th. Sylvain Jolly ends up in 9th place. And Lane Allen finishes out your top 10.
Coming home in 11th, Brian Bliss made up 16 spots. So we have a little bit of damage here, a couple of incidents, but nice little run for him in 11th. 12th is going to be Tony Solari. 13th, Mark Dubril. 14th, Mannix Richer. 15th is Jeff Langston. 16th, the newcomer Thomas Ridgway. Had a great run, a little incident there at the end, but still all in all, nice little finish for him on his first race here. 17th is John Adams. 18th, Stephen Verman. 19th, Sherwood Wilford. And 20th, Zach McDaniel.
21st place will be that 23 of Brody Hanna, who was doing so good until that caution came out that he was involved in. Put him back into 21st, 2 laps down. 22nd, Steve Loomis. 23rd place, Kenneth Scholes, who did exit the track a little earlier than expected. Gil Gawk, 24th. Wayne Grasky, 25th. 26th will be Nicholas Casey. Kevin Rupert, 27th. In 28th place, Alex Murphy. And then Brandon Elder did not start, and Martin Giro as well. That rounds out the official field for the 30 entries in tonight's 150 lapper at Richmond. And I think that's going to allow us to bring in your third place finisher,
we're only like 4 laps
Mr. Chuck Sweeting. Sorry I cut you off there, man. Congratulations on the podium top 3. How is it going, man?
Thanks. Yeah, I was just congratulating Bobby on a good race. Yeah, I struggled a little bit with the setup being tight all night, and then freed it up a little bit too much for that last run there. But overall, pretty good night, good race. Congrats to Bobby and Chris on good finishes, and yeah, we'll try to get a little bit better for the next one.
Yeah, I was kind of curious. You had such a dominant truck. You do every week that we watch you, but it just looked like, in my perspective, if you could rotate the center a little better, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like if you had a little bit more rotation in the center, you had everything in the world for Bobby to maybe take that top spot.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You nailed it there. I was tight in the center, and I couldn't get it to rotate, and then it would want to snap loose on the exit. So I took some cross weight out of it under that last stop, and it helped it a little bit, but it's the wrong adjustment. It really needed to maybe go a little bit lower on the left rear spring or something like that. I didn't get enough practice in today to be as prepared as I should have been. But, Bobby's always good, so I'm not saying I could have beat him anyway, but I could have been a little bit better than I was tonight.
Chuck, this is starting to be a normal thing that we're seeing here on the podium. I mean, this is going to be your 5th top 10 of the season. Take Daytona and Atlanta out of it, and you're right up there chasing for that top spot. But definitely a good points day. I think you're going to probably come out here almost top 5. So, great showing this season. Like I said, this is your 5th top 10 of the season. So congratulations on the strong run, and we expect to see more of it.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a good season. We'll keep digging, trying to get a little bit better and a little bit better each week. So, it's been a lot of fun. It's just great racing these guys. The field is so stacked. I mean, just front to back, it's tough. It's tough to pass any of them. So, it always feels good if you come out with a podium.
It really is. Yeah, a lot of these guys are just super good and clean and competitive. And congratulations once again on your 3rd place podium finish in Richmond. It's that time to where you got anyone that's watching Nerd TV out there you'd like to thank or give a quick shout out to before we send you on your way.
Just thanks to Brody for all the work he does with the league, and thanks you guys for putting on a great show every week. I always go back and watch it, and we'll thanks to my teammate Gil as well too. I don't want to forget him, but yeah, we'll come back, try to be a little bit better next week and see if we can get a win.
Yeah, we'll see you at Bristol next week here, 9 p.m. Eastern Wednesday. Until then, man, have a good night, and we'll catch you on the track here soon.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
You got it. That was your 3rd place finisher, Mr. Chuck Sweeting, in that Chevy Silverado. Now it's time to bring in 2nd place, Mr. Chris Stouffer, in that liquid metal number 13. Congratulations on 2nd place, man.
Thank you. It feels good after a few weeks of some bad luck. Hopefully we got that out of our system, and I'll take 2nd place. I would have liked to win, but just didn't happen. 2nd, that's about as good as you can ask for if you're not going to win, right?
Yeah, no, that truck was pretty stout overall. You put on a hell of a performance there, really. The top 3 was just an awesome battle to watch, and you and Chuck there at the end were just duking it out. Anything that you could have maybe done different to get up to that really fast number 4, Bobby Terrell?
Well, when we started having those cautions there towards the end with like 30 or so laps to go, 40 laps, whatever, and they started coming out one after another, I knew if I was going to get Bobby, my best chance was on a restart. And there's one of those restarts there where I was able to stay on his high side, and I was hoping the caution would come out while I had my nose ahead of him. And then I bobbled coming off of 4, which gave him the lead. I was able to stick with him for most of the run. But yeah, there at the end, I made a mistake. Chuck got by me. He made a mistake. I got back by him. But by time, I got back by Chuck, Bobby was already, too far in front. And I knew the only way I was going to get up there is to really, power it into the turns and try to brake real late. And at that point, I didn't want to do anything dumb and, ruin my race there at the end of it.
Yeah, we saw that you got in the wall there. I think off of 2 when you were on that last restart, but you look like you had the truck to come for him. But you mentioned a great set of runs there. This is going to put you tied with Casey for top fives this season. So it's starting to be a norm for you with these top five finishes, and even missing the one race, you're still sitting sixth in the points, and you and Bobby are kind of climbing up through there. So great overall run, and you had great speed in that truck tonight. So it was nice to see that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And yeah, the truck was great tonight. I did some practice, but I did it in daytime. So when I got in here and I was like, "Oh, we're running night." Well, that's even better. I was more comfortable in the car. It was more loose at the beginning of a run on new tires, but after it came in, after about 5 laps or so, it was really good truck. Real strong on the mid run. Bobby certainly had a better long run truck than me. Could just been how I was driving it. But overall, it was a good night. Good momentum shift. After having 3 weeks, not finishing so well, and just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I'll definitely take a good podium, second place. Bobby had a hell of a truck. Same with Chuck. I know there's a lot of guys that are up there, and I think we put on a pretty good show tonight. It was nice, clean racing, good hard racing, and you know, um, you gave room when they needed, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, that's the motto over at FTSR here is that respect level that everyone has around the track, no matter what position, whether it be for the top spot or for like 18th or something. But yeah, and we got 2 more weeks as well for short tracks. We got Bristol and following up with Martinsville. So to have a good, solid second place finish at the first short track of the little stint here, that's excellent momentum for your team to produce and gain even more points on these guys for the next couple weeks. But once again, congratulations on your second place finish. Anybody out there watching us on Nerd TV who'd like to give a quick shout out to?
I'll give a shout out to Joe Flanagan, tell him to unretire and get back in here because I need a teammate. Um, so Joe, if you're watching, I'm calling you out. Other than that, thanks to wife, kids. I love you, and you guys in the booth, you do a good job. And thanks for the league. It's a lot of fun what Brody's put together here, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, appreciate those words. And Mr. Flanagan, you gotta do your part. You gotta come back. But congratulations again, and go ahead and celebrate the rest of the night. And we will see you soon.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. That was your runner-up tonight, Mr. Chris Stouffer, and that's going to leave one person left, Mr. Bobby Terrell, who put on a hell of a dominant performance in that second half of the race. Terrell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, as soon as you took that lead from Claude, you were just on another level, different zip code. Um, just overall, congratulations on an awesome performance and the win. How did you prepare for tonight's event to be so dominant over everyone else who's also just a really strong group of guys, and you just made it look easy?
It's not easy with these guys. I mean, you got to cherish every win you get. I mean, Chuck had fresher tires. Chris run me, hard all night. Claude, um, it's just a bunch of good group of guys, and it's just when you get a win. I mean, it's hard to win in here. So I had a good truck tonight. Had a good long run truck. That's what I was most proud about. I hated that the caution come out. Um, Claude was kind of holding us up there at the first, but finally got around him and then just set sail. Didn't really want to see the caution though, but we at least we got one green flag stop though.
Yeah, we were noticing up in the booth there that when you and Claude were going at it, you definitely had the stronger truck, and once you got around him, you could see that overpowered. But it was a heck of a race. Gave you that first win of the season, trying to catch five from last year. So got one on under the belt now. Is great truck, great overall run. But I think those restarts were great too. You dominated on the restarts. Did you prefer? It looks like you preferred the low line on those restarts every single time.
Yeah, I messed up on one of them. Started in the wrong gear, and Chuck almost. I mean, he checked up for me, and then, like I said, Chris almost got a run on me, but I was able. Like I said, I had a really good truck tonight, and was able to just get ahead. And then, like I said, Chuck had better. I knew he had better tires because he pitted. He there on that last caution before that, I think, and I was really worried about him because, but I thought if I could just hold my own and then them two get to battling back there that hopefully I could pull the win off, and I did.
I'm also noticing too that you did come in fifth place or fifth in points rather starting this event. And then a little bad luck from Nicholas Casey and Zach McDaniel. So you could potentially, we'll get the results here real shortly, but it looks like you might be up into third. So keep that momentum up. You got 2 more short tracks ahead of you, being Bristol and Martinsville. So potentially you have a great chance to put some pressure on Richie and Casey for the points lead. But congratulations once again on winning at Richmond for race number 7 of the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. And do you have any quick thanks you want to give out to everyone watching you at Nerd TV?
I just want to thank you guys up in the booth for doing this and putting on a good show like you do, and the commentating and stuff. And then the league, FTSR, for putting it on. Wouldn't have a place to race if it wasn't for them.
This is true. So, yeah, go ahead and celebrate with the team, man. Congratulations once again, and we will see you next week.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
You got it. And that was your race winner. Bobby Terrell led 2/3 of that event. And Kenny, final thoughts on tonight, man.
Domination. Once Bobby got out there, he kind of mentioned it. Once he got out there, he didn't look back and strong on the restarts. And I think we realized that one little hiccup there. And I think Chuck was even talking about where he got to the outside. But once he got out in that open air, he was gone. And I'm excited for Monday now. Not that I wasn't before, but just seeing the racing they put on tonight in the Truck Series, it'll be great to have these guys back here in the Cups on Monday.
Yeah, Richmond's definitely hit or miss in my playbook, and tonight did not disappoint. So I am also excited to see Monday with the Cup Series. But I also have a quick shout out too. Actually, we're going to go over the schedule first. I apologize. So yeah, we're going to see the short tracks here next week, being with Bristol and then Martinsville after that. And things are getting fun, Kenny, as we get a little past halfway now on this the schedule.
Yeah, short track mania is coming up. Like I said, we are at Richmond tonight. We're gonna be at Martinsville next week in the trucks. Monday, you're gonna see the Cup Series here at Richmond. So they're slightly behind, but yeah, everything's starting to heat up. Jeremy, we're halfway through the season, and I think we got about 7 more races to go. So it's warming up.
Yeah, warming up for sure. It's pretty on fire, really. And my shout out that I wanted to mention, I'm gonna look above me here. If we can get our producer on the screen, we shouted him out last week. Got a new camera angle for him. There he is. I don't know if your audio is on, but at least give a wave. There you are. Yep, he's doing all that.
It's on.
There we go. Nice camera work tonight, dude.
Hey, I appreciate it. You guys put on a hell of a show. The drivers put on a good show. I hate to see wrecks like you guys said, but I tell you what, man, if you can get the camera angles right, it puts on for a good show. So it was definitely a good one.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you popping in there on cue. That was pretty good. So waving up to you there right above me. But yeah, appreciate that. And we got some sponsors to thank too before we end this thing out. Just a quick rundown of everyone that makes it happen for us at Nerd TV and at Full Throttle Sim Racing, which shout out to them themselves. FTSR.net. Please go sign up. 5 different series spread across 5 different nights. Excellent place to run, as you've seen each and every week at this point. FTSR.net. And then the Truck Series has a sponsor of the Sim Racing Points, which super easy software to use, great pricing to do so. Check their website out, simracingpoints.com. And then Martin Sports, home of the sim gloves of all of sim racing, at least in our book. I told you on the pre-race I would get them on screen. I got this pair right here, set of the gauntlets. Kenny's got his on as well. We all own them. Great product. So check out their full lineup. Just the gloves alone at martinsports906.com. iRacing iFlag. Oh, there we go. Producer's showing off it's the cyber versions, the white ones with the blue cyber. Those things are clean. I love those pairs.
White knuckle racing.
Yeah, white knuckle. There you go. That's next on my list. I do believe from the glove department. But then we have iRacing iFlag as well. Track light system gives you all your indications and flags directly into your sim rig. Makes you feel like you're at the track. Check out their pricing with their products. 3D printed too. Pretty cool. iRacing iFlag.com. and then buttkicker.com as well. That Gamer 2 unit especially is basically the unit to have for all of sim racing. Gives you that real feel in the seat. Check out their full product line, buttkicker.com. And then our new sponsors this week going to be Nerd Focus, the energy drink to keep your focus in check no matter what you're doing in the real world or the sim world. That's going to be at nerdfocus.com. And then our dirt setups, thehouseofspeed.us. Quick shout out to them. You can find them on Twitter and on their website as well. And then Asphalt Side, we have the Moonlight Speed Concepts. That is moonlightspeed.com. Also follow them on Twitter. And they also have Discord too. So check everybody that we just listed out. Can't thank you guys enough for all the continued support for Nerditudes and for you guys that are supporting the Full Throttle Sim Racing as well. And that's going to make a close for Nerd TV this week. We're going to catch you in the Cup Series Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, with me and Pashibi Neck to my right. As the Cup guys take it to Richmond. But until then, you guys stay safe out there. Get your nerd on.
Later, nerds.